All right, today's movie is 1984's Music of the Spheres. So, you may have heard the phrase Music of the Spheres before. This refers to this idea that, the universe is playing this music. It's all perfectly aligned and there's resonance or some mumbo jumbo, and to explain just the perfect interaction of all the planets and the stars and whatnot. Well, this movie does have something to do with that, but it's a bad movie. It's not good. It's kind of obscure. I kind of just ran across it while looking on Tubi. And to tell you how obscure it is, it doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. And more than that, it's just bad. So, first of all, even though it was made in 1984, it looks a lot older than that. And I don't mean by the fashion or things like that, but just the film quality is so poor. Maybe Tubi has a bad version. I know a lot of these streaming services don't have the highest quality prints, but it just looks bad.
How does it feel to have the entire planet passing through your brain?
I didn't feel much, actually.
And then there are some flashbacks that are in black and white, and they look really bad. So, to tell you a little bit more about what's so bad about this, let me tell you what it's about. In the future, there is the world is just a mess.
In the years that follow the collapse of the world economy, the industrial nations fall into chaos, and the superpowers crumble under their own weight.
And basically, it's broken down into city-states, and the moon base is the one that's sort of in control of the world now.
All the orders passed through the system come from Atlantis, the moon base, which...
Whatever, that doesn't matter. What they have had an energy crisis, and to solve this, they're moving 3 asteroids around the Earth to sort of capture the energy from the sun and then beam it through microwaves to Earth. And to do this, they need supercomputers. But the supercomputers, for some reason, can't do it by themselves. So they have to have human controllers, pilots, that are sort of jacked into it and, sitting on these couches, and they're all zoned out because they're sort of linked to the computers. Well, our main character, she has started to do this, moving the final asteroid into position when things go wrong. So, mentioning the main character, she's one of the problems. Her Wikipedia page doesn't list anything else she's ever done in terms of acting, so maybe she's not a professional actress, and it shows because she's not good. She's boring. She has all, her line delivery has all the emotional depth of somebody watching paint dry.
Okay, here I am. What do you want?
I just thought we could have a coffee.
Oh, yeah. Like hell.
All that information and not a problem.
How do you know there wasn't a problem?
Did I miss something?
I don't know, did you?
Every indicator had the beast functioning perfectly.
Then there couldn't have been any trouble, right?
So that's a big problem if your main character is boring. To make things worse, the storyline is doesn't really go anywhere. There's no complications. There's just like, something weird's going on. Let's figure it out. There's nothing else going on. So there are a lot of talking heads. Lots and lots of talking. It's trying to be philosophical with this idea of the music of the spheres, but I think, at least I was like, okay, I think I figured out what's going on. And they just seem kind of clueless, like, what's going on? So that's another big problem of it. Now, the other big problem is, even though the film is only 72 minutes long, about after an hour, they decide they need to show a montage of the main character remembering scenes from earlier in the movie while a song plays.
That I once said, remember the living and bury the dead.
The movie's only 72 minutes. I think we can remember scenes from just an hour ago. So we don't need that flashback. And the song, I don't know if it was the friend of the director or something. It's not that great a song. So that also makes the movie bad. And it's not bad in a fun way. It's just boring. Now, I will say it did remind me of another sort of low-budget sci-fi production with lots of talking, and that is The Lathe of Heaven, which was made for PBS. Unlike Music of the Spheres, The Lathe of Heaven is actually pretty good. I really like that movie. Maybe part of that's because I saw it as a kid and sort of have memories of that thing, but it is a lot better than this. So I hate to sort of pick on low-budget movies because at least they went out and they actually got it made. So bravo for them. But I've just got to give this 2 thumbs down. In the near future, the planet will be a mess and really boring.